Hey guys, so it's me again. So this tutorial, I want to focus on how to submit a hostess order. So this is going to be very straightforward, especially if you have been practicing submitting pretend orders, so to speak, creating fake parties and just messing around to make sure that you're comfortable with it. If you haven't been able to do that yet, please do that. It is going to help you tremendously because let's be honest, when it comes party time, you're going to be nervous and trying to submit people's orders and things like that. And if you practice ahead of time, you're going to be cool, calm, and collected, and you will be more confident. So make sure that you are practicing. Just don't put any credit card information. That way you don't accidentally submit the order. Because then it's just then you've got to go to home office and be like, I need to cancel the order, and it's just a little bit of a headache for you. So don't put any credit card information in and you'll be fine, but definitely practice creating parties and pretending to submit orders. That will really help you. But today we're going to focus on how to create a hostess order. Again, if you've already been practicing, you'll probably be a whiz at this. It's pretty straightforward, but for those of you who need a little extra boost of confidence and just would like to have this in your back pocket in case you get a little confused, you'll have this tutorial. So I'm not going to take the time to show you how to log in because we already did that with creating a party and creating an order. But you would log into your back office, which is 31 today, which is the screen that you're looking at right now. Obviously, it would be your screen, not my screen, so you would see welcome and then your name. A quick couple little things on here. We're not going to take the time to go over them today necessarily, but I just wanted to draw your attention to them. Up here in the right-hand corner, you're going to see 4 new consultants. Definitely take a look at that. That is going to have a lot of information that maybe we won't cover, or that is just additional information to help get your business off to the right start. There is a wealth of knowledge in there, so make sure that you're checking that out. Also, you should have, and if you haven't yet, you will be receiving one soon, you should have received an invite to a Facebook group called New Consultants, and then the year that you are a consultant as well as the time frame. So whether that's fall and winter or spring and summer, you're going to want to join that group. Really great ladies are going to be a part of that group, and that is going to give you the opportunity to share information with your fellow peers that have just joined, and also for them to share items and information with you, as well as have the help and knowledge of a 31 Pro. So you can post in there and ask questions, and this awesome pro is going to get back to you and answer them and help you. They'll be posting videos and graphics, all kinds of information to help get your business off to a great start. So make sure you join that group as well, okay? So that was just a couple of free tips before we get started, but now the whole reason we're here is to talk about how to submit a hostess order. So we're going to go to our virtual office. Again, that's right below for the new consultants that I told you about. We went there the other day when we went to submit a party and a party order. Once you click virtual office, it's going to bring you to a screen that looks like this. I know you've already seen it if you've watched that tutorial. It has all of your information on there about some different things to help you get April and started strong, and some other great information as well. So we are going to go up to parties. Once you highlight parties, all of a sudden open parties is going to open up. So we're going to go ahead and click open parties. Once we get to the open parties page, we'll see what parties we have open. Right now I have 2. If you watched that tutorial on how to create a party, remember we used example party. So we're going to go ahead and click that party today, because this is the one that we're going to be using. So once you click that, it's going to bring you to a page that you should be familiar with if you watch that other tutorial, but it shows you what kind of party it is, when the party is ending, the tax rate for any orders that would be shipped to that hostess, as well as some other information about that party, including the link for that party. So today we are going to be focusing on doing a hostess order. So at the top here you'll see about, invitations, and orders. We're going to go ahead and click orders. And once it brings you to that orders page, if you're not quite there yet, no problem. This should look familiar to you, especially if you already saw that other tutorial, but this is going to give you information about the party. So you'll see that it says hostess credits. There's $25 in hostess credits. It'll show you the hostess rewards base, which is $210 in this case. To have a qualifying party, your hostess does have to have $200 in orders. But after they get that initial $200 in orders, for every $100 they earn after that in products, sell products to their friends. So if this would go up to $300, for example, the hostess credit would go up, and that just continues to increase depending upon how large the party gets. Okay. This is also your personal volume, so that is how much commission you're going to get off from this party. So right now we're at $210, so you would get 25% of that $210. Woohoo! And then of course we have the order total over here, which includes the tax and the shipping, and unfortunately the government and UPS don't want to give us commission off of that, so that's why we go by the personal volume amount. Okay? So we are not going to be submitting an order for a customer, or else we would come up here and click that new order button. We are going to be focusing on creating a hostess order. So we're going to click that hostess button over there underneath of guests, and it's going to bring you to a page that looks like this. Again, you'll see the hostess credits up in the right hand corner. If you're not quite there yet, you'll see it in just a minute. You'll see the order total as well, again the personal volume, and the hostess rewards base amount. So down below here you'll see the different things that the hostess can earn. You'll see the $25 in credit. They also have the opportunity to get an exclusive hostess offer, which is one of our products that they cannot purchase from the catalog. They have to have a party to be able to get it. And then also a hostess half price item. And these two rewards as well, the exclusive hostess offer, and the hostess half price, will also increase along with the hostess credit as their party increases. If they would reach a $600 party, they would also be eligible for the hostess special. Which if you've done a party with me, you're familiar with that. That is a special bundle that goes extremely discounted for that specific hostess, and it changes each month. Normally they're like up to 80% off. So really fantastic bundles, and with a $600 party, they could get one of those bundles for a really great deal. If their party would happen to reach $1,200, they would actually get a lot of hostess credit. I think it's like $250 in hostess credit. Plus, they will also get to pick 3 of those hostess exclusives for free. So definitely encourage them to bring as many people to their parties as they can, and encourage them to be sharing and talking about the party with their friends and family. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and create our hostess order. So you're going to see edit order here. So we're going to click that. And once we do, it's going to bring us to a page that looks like this. And it shows you the different categories that you can get items from. So we are going to go ahead and do that. So, for example, before we look at the Hostess credits, one more thing that I want to point out is it says go shop for retail. So let's say your hostess, for some reason, her party reaches $295 and she is $5 away from getting more Hostess credit and reaching that higher party level. You can encourage her to go ahead and add like a $5 key fob to her order so that she can reach that order. So you could do that right here. So if you see that it's really, really close, you can go shop for the retail order just to kind of increase that party a bit. Okay, so we're going to go shop for Hostess credits, and you'll click that. And it's going to bring up the page that shows all of the different items that she can purchase. And we looked at this page the other day when I sent you how to place an order. So you should be familiar with this. So we're not going to go through all the different categories again. But I'm going to just click this 24/7 case because it's the exact amount that we need for the Hostess credit. Again, they can order something that is over the Hostess credit amount and then just pay the difference. And they can also order less. So if they want something that's $20 and they don't want to get anything else for $5, I mean, I would recommend just throwing a key fob on there or something for them. But they can also forego credits or any of the other Hostess incentives they can get. So we're going to add it to the order. And you'll get this pop-up that says choose your pricing. It qualifies for special pricing, and you can click the drop-down arrow here. And this is where you choose what you want this 24/7 case or whatever product you are looking at. This is where you can choose what you want it to be. So if they want to make it their half-price item, they can. If they want to use their Hostess credit, they can. If they want to make it a retail item, they can. They can click whichever one that they want in this scenario, and once we keep shopping, you'll see that, like, for example, once we use that Hostess credit, that'll no longer be an option next time. So we're going to click the $25. We're going to click OK, and it's gotten added to our cart. So that's up here in the right-hand corner of our screen. So I'll give you guys just a few seconds to make sure that the video is not lagging so you are able to see that. But you'll see that there is a cart up in the right hand corner and it says order in parentheses, there's a 1. So we're going to go ahead and click that. And it's going to take us back to the page where we have all of the other items available. So we're going to go ahead and look at the exclusive Hostess offers so you can see those. Again, these are products that you cannot purchase from our catalog. So if you are at a party and you happen to bring one of these or highlight it in the book, or somebody mentions it to you and they're like, man, I really like that expanded tote bundle, but I can't find it in the catalog, you can be like, well, that's because it's a Hostess exclusive, which means that the only way that you can get it is by hosting a party. Would you be interested in getting that expanded tote bundle for that $35 or possibly even free by hosting a party? And somebody may be interested in it. Another quick tip, once you get your catalogs and you look at them, you'll see in the catalog that it'll show, like, for example, this expanded tote bundle for $35, and then underneath of it, in parentheses, it'll say retail value $90. So if somebody's kind of on the fence about doing the party, but they love that expanded tote bundle, a good way to kind of get them to tip over the edge is to say, well, you know, should we ever put this product in our catalog, the price will be $90. So it is much better for you to do a party now so you can get it for that discounted price, plus get all of those other Hostess perks. And then you're guaranteed to get it for that great price, because if we would ever put it in our catalog for retail, you're going to pay 3 times the amount for that product. So sometimes that's a really good tip to get people to book a party with you. So anyways, we're going to just pick one of these. I'm going to pick the expanded tote bundle here. And the wonderful thing about the Hostess exclusives is the personalization is included. So whatever the price is on that Hostess exclusive, the personalization is included. So I'm going to go ahead and personalize this bag just because we can. And we know that's going to be fine. Again, this is pretty straightforward to do personalization. It's just literally following the steps that you that are placed in front of you to be able to get to where you need to be. So I'm going to just give it a couple seconds because I don't want the video to just keep lagging. And it does have that preview personalization, so you can see what the personalization is going to look like. A really great tip for you when you are submitting a hostess order that is not your own and you are not with the hostess is to use Facebook Messenger to send them pictures of the different products that they're having personalized, just to make sure that you both are on the same page. With 31, we as the consultant actually have to put in the hostess order for them. That's not something that they are able to do remotely. So having, like, copying and pasting, for example, this picture into Facebook Messenger and just having them confirm that it looks the way that they want is really, really helpful. Because otherwise there might be confusion and they might be thinking on a whole different wavelength than you, and then they get a product that they did not want. So using Facebook Messenger, sending them a picture, or just sending it via text and being like, does this look good, is really, really helpful. When we're picking out hostess credit, I normally like to be on the phone with the person and then have them also on Facebook and sending those pictures so we can just confirm we're looking at the same stuff. Okay. All right, so we're going to update the cart because that looks great. Once again, it is updated. We come up here to the cart that says order, and now there's 2 items in that order, and we click it. And then, of course, we do have our hostess half-price item, which I want to show you this really quickly because I told you about that pop-up window that's going to come up. So we're going to add it to our order. And once we add it to our order, that pop-up comes back up that says it qualifies for a special pricing option. Please let us know which one you want before we continue. And once you click that arrow, you will see that now there is only 2 options. That credit option went away. The only 2 options we have is either a hostess half-price item or a retail. So we're going to pick hostess half-price. And as you can see, it dropped it down to 10. Had we actually personalized this product as well, when it's a half-price item, the personalization is also half-price. So if you have a hostess that is looking at a couple of different things, and one of them they want to have personalized, I definitely encourage them to have that item be their half-price because they also get the half-price off of their personalization. So should they have done one of those icons on here, this would have been, the icons are 10, so that would have dropped to 5, so then this would have been 15. So we're going to click OK because we're happy with it. And again, once again, you'll look up here in the top right-hand corner, you'll see order with a number 3 in parentheses and the cart. And we are back to that screen that shows us all of the hostess items. Really quick, I want to draw your attention up here where it says like Hostess credits, exclusive Hostess offer, and Hostess half price. You'll see next to each of those the number 0. So there's $0 remaining, there's 0 remaining of the exclusives, and there's 0 remaining of the Hostess half price. Before you submit the order, double check those, make sure that there's no money remaining, make sure that there's no exclusives remaining or half prices remaining. If the hostess decides to forego, let's say she doesn't want the hostess exclusive, one of those will be remaining here, and that's totally fine. She does not have to choose all of these items. She can choose whatever she wants. If she just wants the free credit, she's welcome to do that, and she can forego both of these if she wants. So that is not a problem at all. You can also tell her, be like, hey, you know, if you have a family member that would really like one of these, let me know before we close out the party. And you can actually put multiple credit card information in for one order. So if, for example, with this, you could put, she wants the half price item, but her mom wants the expanded tote bundle, you could put in her credit card information for the all-in organizer. And you could put her mom's credit card information in for the expanded tote bundle. So that's completely doable. And that goes for any order. So even on customer orders, if you have a mom and a daughter and they're placing an order together because they both want to get a Hostess exclusive, or a customer special, and that's the only way they can get it, you can definitely put in 2 different credit card information in there. I'll show that to you really quickly. So we're going to begin checkout. So we're going to click at the very bottom, and there's a button that says begin checkout. And again, it'll bring us to the information for that hostess. We obviously want it to ship to her. And there is a shipping charge on the items that actually cost money. So there's no shipping whatsoever on the Hostess credits items, but should she choose the Hostess exclusive and the half price items, there are tax and shipping based on those, and it is the amount that they are being charged. So it's not the amount they're worth, but the amount that they're being charged. Really quick, while we are on the subject of tax, not all states, but some states actually require tax on free products. So I know I live in West Virginia, and anybody who gets $25 in credit or above, they don't pay any tax on that free credit. However, I have done parties for friends in Pennsylvania, and they get taxed on their products. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at different things, because I was really confused with that when I first started. I believe you can look up on the internet and just Google essentially what states charge tax on free items, and it'll give you a list of those states. So just keep that in mind when you're doing your parties as well. Okay. So we're going to come down here. You should have seen this information before. You're pretty familiar with it all. You'll see the subtotal, the credits that were applied. So we had a subtotal of $70 in products, and then we had that Hostess credit, so that took $25 off, which made our new subtotal $45. Again, there is that shipping, and then there is the tax, and the tax amount is based off of the new subtotal and also the shipping. The government does charge us tax on shipping, just like with anything else. So also be aware of that as well. So we're going to go here to new payment, and we're going to click that. And as you can see, you can choose a new guest credit card. I'm not going to show you how to do that completely right now, but once you do that, another one of these boxes will pop up next to it. So it'll say new payment. You'll put in the information of the first person, and then once you click the Once you click the Save Payment box, the payment will be saved. You'll see that down here below, and then you'll also see another box that says New Payment. So if you need to add a second credit card in, you can do that. Of course, you're going to click Save and Continue, and that order will then show up in your party order. Again, it has not been submitted yet. We have to make the balance 0 before we can do that. Again, it's not going to show up. It's not going to be submitted immediately. It is actually going to be waiting for you in your party. So I'm going to show that to you really quick. So once you would go into your parties, you would look again under orders and under your hostess. And once again, you will see a summary of your order there. And once all of your payment information is in, you would then hit the Review and Submit button. And once you hit the Review and Submit button, we did look at this earlier the other day when we went over the party orders. You'll see the Hostess Order, which is down here below, which was Freddie Jack, and you'll also see Sally Jane, which was the customer's order. Obviously, these statuses would be paid at that time. And once everything looks correct, everybody's satisfied with their orders, at that point when you submit order, that is when the orders actually go through. So that's when they will go to home office. That's when they will begin being processed after you review and submit. So again, make sure you explain that to your customers. So if you are going to extend your party date a little bit and somebody orders the night of, just tell them, your order is actually going to be submitted on such and such a date, just so that they're aware. So if they're waiting for something to come at a specific time, they understand the wait that it's going to take from there. Also, when we have outlet sales, which are fantastic sales, don't be doing parties with those, because once again, they will sit in your back office until you submit that party, and some items sell out super, super fast. So you do not want to do a party with those, because you might have a really sad customer that they didn't get something that they really wanted to order because it sat in your back office instead of being submitted immediately. Especially for the outlet orders, I highly encourage my customers to go shop on my website. That's why having a website is so fantastic for different times like that, so that you are not bombarded with people saying, I need this, I need this, I need this. Can you call me? I'm afraid it's going to sell out. You can just be like, go to my website. You can order it. You can take as long or as little time as you want. And it's all completely up to you how passionate you are about getting that product in your hands. So really, really great tip again for using your website. So hopefully this was helpful to you. Hopefully I didn't overwhelm you with information, and hopefully it helped you have a better idea of how to submit a hostess order. So as with all of my tutorials, if you have any questions, if you need something to be explained further, or you're not quite sure about something, let me know. I would love to walk you through it and make sure you're completely comfortable. And thank you again so much for watching, guys. And I will be in touch with you soon with more tutorials and more information. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.